Good evening, brothers and sisters. God bless you all greatly. I testified for the honor, the glory, and the praise of our God. Brothers and sisters, I am a person who received a miracle. The Lord has been wonderful because I had a retinal detachment, brothers and sisters. I had received a promise from the Lord that I would be receiving a visit. I did not receive it here in this location of our church because I was working in another location, and I went to that service in that other location of our church, and the Lord told me that I would be receiving a visit from one of His very important children and that He would be giving me a blessing. I went to the doctor, brothers and sisters, and yes, indeed, I had retinal detachment. I was prepared for surgery. But I tell you, brothers and sisters, that this sermon is wonderful because I experienced it in my life. I am very joyous in my heart because when I received a diagnosis, brothers and sisters, and with my degenerative illness in my right eye, I did not feel anguish, brothers and sisters. I didn't feel anguish. And I said, well, the Lord will do something. He will do something. And I prayed to the Lord, and I went home, my brothers and sisters, because we all experienced this. And my children were anguished because they thought at any moment I would lose my vision, my sight, and I would be blind completely. And I said to them, do not worry, my children. It's okay. Calm down. The Lord will do something. And I had to calm them down instead so that they would be okay. And when I went to the church, to that location to do the work that I needed to do, I was very happy because I noticed there was Brother Carlos Alberto who was there. And I tell you, brothers and sisters, that I met him in the back of the church, and I said, I'll take advantage and ask him for laying of hands. And so I told him of the situation, and the brother didn't lay hands upon me, but he told me the Lord would heal my vision. And he just told me to trust. So, brothers and sisters, my heart broke down and I trusted, and he told me, and I just trusted, and I continued to praise the Lord. And I was crying from the happiness because I said, this is the visit that the Lord spoke about. I saw His word fulfilled, brothers and sisters. And days after, I had the appointment for the surgery. And when the ophthalmologist saw, he said, well, there's no retinal detachment here. I don't see anything. There's nothing here. And also the degenerative illness stopped from progressing. So brothers and sisters, I testify of this. I lived through this. I didn't mistrust. I didn't become bitter. I did not worry. I prayed to the Lord. And I thought the day that I was going to that appointment for the eye doctor, the specialist, I said, if it's a surgery, well, the Lord will do something. And if not, He will do something also in the moment that He decides. But for me, it was a great surprise, brothers and sisters. I didn't expect it. I thought I had to go through the surgery, and for the honor and the glory of the Lord, I am well, I am healed. The Lord healed me.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. I would like to testify to exalt the name of the Lord. The Lord through prophecy told me that He would be protecting my loved ones. And about 3 weeks ago, one of my daughters was severely ill, and I took her to the hospital. I was 2 hours in the waiting room, and there were too many people there. But I prayed to the Lord so that my daughter could be treated sooner. All of a sudden, a person who was not dressed as a doctor came out of one of the doors and approached me and said to me, I am here to treat your daughter. I'm the surgeon. I did not understand what he meant because we were still in the waiting room and we had only checked in and I had not informed anyone what my daughter had. But when he said, I'm here to treat your daughter because your daughter is very ill, they immediately took my daughter in. And just 1 hour had passed by and my daughter was in the operating room. After the surgery, the surgeon came out and said to me, did you notice how quickly we brought her in? And I did not understand at that moment, but then I realized that it had been God who had protected and saved my daughter. They operated on her for appendicitis, and the doctor said her appendix was too swollen. It was already bursting. I have testified to exalt the name of the Lord as my daughter is now well.